Guys, this is going to be a great show. I'm hoping this is going to help a lot of folks and got some more info on the Grind and Don't Quit voiceover tour. So let's talk about it.
Sequence this. Voiceover slash to a career level. Double explain equipment. Start bringing in new clients. How do you follow a clear path to changing your voiceover side hustle into your full-time job and stick it to those that said you couldn't? Those are the questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Earl Hall, and welcome to In the Booth with Earl Hall, where we know how to grind and don't quit.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. I hope that you've been having an outstanding week. Hope that things have been going great for you. Good morning, everyone that's coming into the house this morning for this live stream. What's up, Greg from Sacramento? Be coming out that way, out to LA here in July. What's up, Greg? And that name I can never pronounce, Arboreal. I hope that's the correct pronunciation. I don't know. But welcome in to the live stream this morning. Been doing, tremendous amount of work getting venues straight for the tour, setting that up, creating a video this morning yet. Still got to do that work, creating the video building. Rob, okay, I'll just call you Rob. How's that? I'll probably forget, but I'll just call you Rob. Been making a promo video for the website. The website is up and active. If you want to check that out, if you're in Milwaukee or LA, I haven't put up all the links for Atlanta yet, but that's coming and I've got the dates. But it's at grindanddon'tquit.com. That's the web address for all the tour information. That's what I'm going to be building out. It's at least presentable right now, so I can go ahead and promote that for everyone in Milwaukee, everyone in LA, and probably by the end of the week, I'll have things set up for Atlanta. Next week, I'm going to set up the dates for Houston, Chicago, and New York as well. So this is becoming all-consuming. Good morning, Fail Builder, Battle Cleaning, Mage Pro. What's up, guy? Wow, you guys are just streaming in here right now. This is amazing. A lot of work to do on this tour. A lot of coordination. I don't want to say I've bitten off more than I can chew because this is really fun. Putting all of this stuff together and seeing the enthusiasm for folks that are out there that want to come as well. So this is, I think this is going to be really good. Again, the web address, actually, it's just grindanddon'tquit.com. That's the web address. That's where all of the information is going to be put. So you guys can take a look at that. Voices by Storm. What's up? All right, look, we know that being a voiceover is you can get lonely if you're the type of person to get lonely. I luckily enjoy my own company, and I stay busy, so it's not a real big deal. But I remember back to the days when I first started out, and I was just sitting and watching YouTube videos and trying to figure this thing out and joining this site, taking this kind of course and that kind of course and learning about microphones and things of that nature. And sometimes you can get a little bit too much in your head. And a lot of times that comes from a lack of patience. And I'm talking about this because yesterday I mentioned, or the day before, and some of you folks helped to remind me that this was Mental Health Month. And, most of us have someone, if not all of us, have someone that we know in our families, friends, or acquaintances that deals with mental health challenges. And those things aren't easy. And a lot of times they're not easy to deal with, whether it's the person with the mental health issue or you as someone dealing with someone that has a mental health issue. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not any of that. The only thing that I can do is talk about my own experiences, and you guys can talk about your own experiences. What are some of the things that you guys may do or suggest to do to combat the boredom that sometimes can probably arise when you're just starting out and learning all of this stuff? It's a lot of overwhelm that's involved, with that. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of folks spend so much time on social media instead of working. because they don't know the work to do. So they spend a lot of time on social media, chit-chatting back and forth. And it's one of those things that I've said, look, you need to stop wasting so much time on Facebook or whatever and dig into this thing and build your business, because that's what it's all about. The only way you're going to win is to build the business. That's pretty much it. So, I mean, there were times I remember in the beginning that when I was starting my business and not really understanding the full scope of it, the enormity of building a voiceover business. What's up, Ben? Glad to see you in the house, because it is enormous. And a lot of times when people get into this, they have no clue the amount of work that has to go into actually starting, building, and growing a successful voiceover career. And this is the main reason that I'm here, is to help folks with that. What do you need to do to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover career? And I encourage you, if you've never subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. You might want to make sure you tick the bell so that you know when I do go live or when I upload videos. I'm live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm just want to be here for you guys on a lot of different levels with that. But combating the loneliness of being a voiceover, because we spend a tremendous amount of time sitting like I'm sitting in our booth, either doing auditions or whatever. And many voice actors don't have a lot of interaction with folks. I mean, if you're married and got kids, okay, that's a bit different. But if you're a single guy or gal, you're in your apartment or whatever, and you've got to find those ways to interact. What's up, Nick? Glad to have you in the house. The Real Soldier, glad to have you in here as well. Lazarus, good morning. Again, the amount of time that we spend just sitting in front of a microphone, looking at scripts, looking at the monitor, trying to discover this and that. If you're not focused in on what it is that you're trying to do, which is build your business, it can get kind of lonely. Again, if you're a single guy or a single gal and, you're just sitting in your apartment, maybe you have a part-time job, full-time job or whatever, that'll help. But if you're someone that is full-time voice acting, doing this, it can be something that you've got to make sure that you make that time to get out and about. Even a Skype call to one of your fellow VOs can be an amazing energy boost. Now, the thing for me is the circle that I have is real small. It contains myself, 2, maybe 3 other people that I interact with almost on a daily basis. None of us are negative. We don't even talk about the negativity literally, we do not talk about the negativity about what we do in our businesses. That none of my friends that I'm talking about are voice actors. I'm the only voice actor in the crew. The other ones are business owners and do different things in business. But we never allow negativity into our conversations, and it was never a thing that we talked about not doing. It was a thing that was just intentional because it's a part of who each of us are. We don't discuss the negative stuff because the negative stuff is going to be there. We discuss all the positive stuff. We give each other accolades, attaboys, attagirls, and all that kind of stuff. So it helps to pump us up and not worry so much about the negativity that's going on. And I can get joy and pleasure listening to the accomplishments of other people. A lot of people don't have that characteristic in their DNA to actually cheer someone else on despite what their own circumstance is. To be able to listen to someone talk about their success and you can't get a gig on Fiverr, maybe not something that is in your DNA to do. But I'm glad that I'm able, no matter what kind of day I'm having, no matter what the challenges are and everything else that go on in my life, that I sincerely am able to cheer someone else on with what it is that they're doing and the successes that they're having, because that's important. Because if you can't cheer someone else on, you might be holding yourself back even in that. One of the biggest things about that I've discovered in voiceover, the biggest drawback is that people don't have the business skill set to build it. The business skill set. And I don't care if you're a voice actor, if you're an artist, if you're, whatever it is that you are, that you have a skill to do. You're a great painter. You're a great writer. You know, you can write novels, you can write books, you're a great voice actor, character actor, whatever the thing is, you know, you're an actor. Um, it's an art form, but a lot of times us folks that are artsy don't have the business skill set to really build what needs to be built. And that's another reason that I'm so excited about the Grind and Don't Quit tour, because that's what it's all about. It's about understanding and learning how to build a business, because you can have the best mic, the best gear, you know, sound booths, whisper rooms, the whole 9 yards. And if you don't know how to get the client, it doesn't matter. If you don't know how to take your skill set to the market, it doesn't matter. You've got to be able to put yourself out there in a business way. This is business, and it's doing business now is much different than it was just 10 years ago, just, 20 years ago, especially for us. And most of us haven't grasped on to that yet, because we're still looking to do business like it was done 10 or 20 years ago. We haven't fully entrenched in the whole social media thing, because that is the thing. You can argue, complain, and moan all you want about it, but that is the thing that is going to allow you to grow your business. Whatever the business is out there, social media marketing is the thing that needs to be understood completely by us today. And so a lot of times that depression that may come on because you're not getting this job or that job, you're focusing in on your script delivery, your script interpretation. You think you need a better mic and all that. And most of that is just not true. If you've got the skill set, and I'm talking about if you're a horrible voice actor, but if you actually have the skill set to do this, you must, and I beg you, I implore you, you must look a whole lot deeper into business development and marketing. You've got to spend your time doing the work. You could spend this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, watching YouTube video after YouTube video on how to use Instagram to market, how to use Facebook to market, how to use Twitter to market. You can get a very firm hold on what it is that you need to do. And so a lot of times the depression comes because we don't know what to do. I'm telling you now what to do. And I'm doing this Grind and Don't Quit tour to show you and to tell you what you actually need to do. I went on Alibaba, Tuesday. So what I'm doing is I'm ordering I think I told you guys, I'm ordering some flash drives. So I finally picked the vendor that I want. I'm buying hundreds of flash drives. And on these flash drives is going to be more information. It's going to be the information on what people actually need to do every day in order to grow their businesses. This flash drive that I'm going to be giving to all people that go to the Grind or participate in the Grind and Don't Quit tour, that's my giveaway. It is everything that I have to give, besides what I'm going to be talking about on stage during these events, which is going to be 100 times more powerful than what you've seen here on YouTube. It's going to be 100 times more powerful. I'm looking forward to the interaction. I'm looking forward to the Q&As. I'm looking forward to answering the questions that need to be answered for specific people that are at these events. I think it's going to be mind-blowing. I'm looking forward to it. But I think that one of the biggest reasons that we as voice actors can get into depression because we're alone most of the time is that we just don't know what to do. We just don't know. And there comes something else after the fact. Because if you know and you get the information, that information about sales and marketing and business development is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. You've got to find yourself in these different things. You've got to find yourself. You may not be a great person to do Instagram marketing, but you might be amazing on YouTube. You might be a person that is not very good at Twitter, but oh my God, you can be mind-blowing on Facebook. It's discovering who you are and where you fit, because that's where it begins and ends, is with you. You guys have heard me say over and over, if you succeed, it's your fault. If you fail, it's your fault. There is no one to blame because you're in business development. It's easy to hide and to blame other people when you have a job. You can blame your boss. You can blame the system. You can blame the government. You can blame your coworkers, your supervisor, whatever. But when it's your business, it's your fault. All of it. There's no one to blame. And that can be something that can be pretty hard hitting to a lot of folks that are trying to do what it is that we do. All right, let me take a look here in the comments to see what you guys are talking about over here. And if you've got some questions, feel free to go ahead and ask them. Voices are saying, I've always been perfectly fine with very little interaction. You're like me then, Storm. I love my own company. Let's see. Good morning, Andrea, Kaladi. Maxwell, good morning to you. Andrea is saying, yeah, it's finding that balance in the right-left brain functions can be tough for creatives, definitely. And I don't know which one is right or left. Is it the right side that's creative and the left side that's more business-oriented? I don't know. The real little soldier saying, last person to thumbs up has cooties. No, laugh out loud. What's your way of showing Earl appreciation for this daily contributions? Doesn't seem like much, but every little bit of positivity helps. Wow. That was, thanks, the real little soldier. Appreciate that. You know, I know people have different ways of showing appreciation than others. And some people don't even know, and I had to discover this, some people just don't know what to do to show appreciation. You know, I've talked about, you know, always liking the videos. You know, you can hit that like button right now or whatever it is, heart, like, I think it's thumbs up or thumbs down. And I tell people, give me what you think I deserve. If it's a thumbs up, go ahead and do the thumbs up. If it's a thumbs down, give me the thumbs down. I just need the feedback. Commenting on the videos, but most importantly for any content creator and those of you that will get more involved with creating content, because that is the thing that's going to propel your career, you'll start understanding real quick about this liking and sharing and commenting. Because if you can't get engagement, it means that no one actually really cares about what it is that you're saying. You know, the watch time is fine, but when you're a content creator, or if you want to help content creators out, you've got to do all three. You've got to give the thumbs up, you've got to comment, and most importantly is in the sharing. Most important is the sharing of the content on other social media platforms, like sharing this YouTube video or other YouTube videos that you've liked, whether it's from me or anyone else. Share that on your own social media. Share it on Twitter, retweet it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, share it on LinkedIn. Comment. But the most important, I think the top two, everybody, it's easy because you press a button and you can thumbs up or you can like. Everybody does that. But commenting is the next level, and the highest level is the actually sharing of that content that you're consuming. I would think, now I would be, this is just me, I consume certain people's content, not a lot. I don't consume any voiceover content, but I consume a lot of video production content on YouTube. I consume a lot of marketing content on YouTube, and I always make sure that I'm pressing that thumbs up. And one of the things I do more so on Twitter, I think, than anywhere else, is I retweet if I see it. But also on YouTube, you guys have seen, even in Steps to Voiceover Success, in the group that we have, I'll share stuff from other people that I think is valuable to the group. I'll share stuff on my own page that I think I just want to share because I want to do that. And the same thing on LinkedIn. But I appreciate that, the real little soldier. I definitely appreciate that comment. Ward Wilson, I'm a college drop-off. Would that be a hindrance in learning the business end? That is probably one of the best questions that I've had in a long time. And this is going to encourage you, Ward. No. I listen to one of the main people that I consume. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, and you guys have heard me talk about him before. College right now, and I have actually the same mindset. For an entrepreneur, college is more of a waste of a time than anything. College is a business, which is basically it's a business and it puts you in extreme debt. It puts you in a position that you're starting off behind the eight ball because you have a lot of debt. But when you have a talent or a skill, you can learn what you need to learn about what to do to build your business because the information is out there. I'm going to be one. I mean, I have two. I have I have my oldest daughter. Our oldest daughter. She graduated a few years ago with a BS in criminal justice, bachelor's degree. This year, actually, this summer, she will be getting her master's degree. My father has two master's degrees. My wife has a bachelor's degree. And we have two younger kids coming up. One's in middle school, one's still in elementary. I'm not going to be the guy that pushes my kids to go to college. I don't think that college is the end-all, be-all anymore. I just don't because of the age we live in. When you have kids on YouTube making $40,000 a month, millions of dollars a year, when you have people and kids on platforms like Twitch, Instagram, YouTube making millions of dollars, we ought to see some handwriting on the wall here. If you've got a particular set of skills that people want, or you're an entertainer, or do you realize how much the music industry has changed? You know that people aren't looking to get signed all of a sudden anymore. They're putting out their content on YouTube, on platforms like Spotify, and making money, real money, without having some major Hollywood or New York agent sign them. It's happening. It's real. It's happening to me and what it is that I'm doing. What is so, and this is what I'm going to say is so amazing about the time that we live in right now, is that there is no barrier to entry. There are no gatekeepers. And I'm saying this, actually, I'm making a video talking about this as well. No one can stop you. When you look at, if I look at my own story, of coming from where I come from, starting from where I started, and building what I've built thus far with no one helping me, no college degree, no people in the know that are backing what I'm doing. I came straight to market, two markets. You're one of my markets, and I went straight to market to now taking meetings with ad agencies in the city, about to go on tour. No one gave me permission to do this. And I talk about this all the time, about how we sit back and wait for someone's approval or wait for someone's permission to say we're good enough to do this. The technology that we have, the age that we live in, with no barrier to entry and complete access to people that we want to do business with, you just have to have the cojones to go out and talk to them via social media. No one can stop you but you. This is real. This is so real. Those of you that have followed me for over a year know where I came from. You know what my basement studio looked like. You know how crappy it was, if you want to call it that, as compared to what I'm doing now. I went from being a voice actor to being an audio producer to having an audio production company to about to go on tour. I did this within 2 years. All because what I think of, I believe that I can accomplish. I honestly believe what I think of, I can accomplish. If I fail at something, I did something wrong. It's my fault. It's not yours. It's not the industry, because I didn't ask the industry for permission. People ask me all the time, about, well, I asked this person's opinion and that person's opinion on my demo or whatever. I don't ask people's opinion. I just don't. When it comes to my art, I don't. Because the people that will like it, and the people that won't. The people that want to complain about it will complain about it. The people that want to support it will. It has nothing to do with asking permission. You set a goal in your mind, and you accomplish that goal. College or no. College or no. You can probably cite off millionaires and billionaires right now that either did not go to college or never finished college. Anybody heard of Mark Zuckerberg? You know, it's like, and plenty of millionaires or top one, or the people in the 1%, many of them, they didn't inherit their wealth. They worked their asses off and they built something substantial. Many of them without a college degree. Many of them as poor students. I mean, in high school, I was a C&D student. That's what I was. I was a C&D student. And even I can look back on it now, and Gary Vaynerchuk helped me put some context into this. I just didn't believe in it. I didn't care how many, you know, what the temperature was on Pluto. It didn't matter to me. You know, I have gone to college. I never finished college. You know, I've taken up to Calculus 3, but you put calculus in front of me right now today, I don't know what that crap is. And it has nothing to do with the business that I'm building. I can add, I can subtract, I can multiply, and I can divide, and I can do algebra. And even sitting in algebra class as a kid, I would be wondering, how is this going to help me in life? And I don't know how many times a day I use algebra. It's probably not days. It's probably every couple of months. Maybe I'll have to do something with algebra or whatever. But English. Okay, I speak English. All right, so I had to learn how to write. That helps. But I learned that in high school. I didn't learn that in college. I can type. I learned how to do that in high school. I can use the internet and computers, and that came from execution and being a practitioner, not from a course or a class I took. I learned Audacity. I learned Adobe Audition. I learned how to use the functionality of the gear that I have in my studio by being a practitioner, not by taking a course. So I hope that answers that question. Thanks for that question. I really appreciate that, Ward. Steve-O is saying, no boredom here. I'm rarely on social media. I look at the bills and need to eat, and the reality motivates me. There you go. Let's see. Oh, gosh, a bunch of questions came in or something here, so I moved too fast, too far. Thanks so much, Voices by Storm, for the super chat. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. All right, Steve Award. No, in fact, you may have a leg up as the simple business. Okay, got that one. Ben, only if you need. Okay, more. I love it when you guys talk to each other. This is amazing to me when you guys are in here talking to each other. Battle cleaning. Just started researching yesterday. I'm a stay-at-home mom that needs an income. Okay. There's a lot of stuff to do. I mean, whether it's voiceover or whatever. Everything that you're going to do from home is going to be social media motivated. It's going to have to be the backbone. Everything that you will do, whatever the business is that you decide to do, it will all be driven by social media content. You've got to learn it. There is no way around it at this point. Social media is the internet. There is no way around understanding and learning how to utilize that. Andrea is saying she's an introvert by nature. I obviously am an extrovert. I don't mind getting in front of a camera or talking in front of large groups. But I've always been that way. Oh, left brain function is the creative side. Thanks a lot. Let's see. Nick, couldn't have done it without that little push from you and your RVO fam. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate that. But, you know, it's one thing to push and to talk from my perspective. The winning is on your end because you executed. It's not my win. It's your win. It's not because of me. It's because of you. That's it. It is 100% because of you. You just went out and found the information and then executed the information. It is 100% you. Battle by Clinic says, how do we join your group? There are, on Facebook, you can join the group. It's just called Steps to Voiceover Success. At the website, www.stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, you can join for free. Hours and hours and hours of free information there. Hard-hitting information, by the way. So that's the way that you can link up and hook up. Excuse me, also by subscribing to this channel. because I'm on Monday through Friday and I give my tips and everything else and do my random talks. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. The Real Soldier, racing native in Southwest Florida, and a grateful individual, plus people who complain about the state of the world could be doing more by starting with common respect. Absolutely. Gratefulness and a lot of positivity. It's one of those things, we look at, all we hear in news is bad news. Do you realize that that's not the predominant stuff that goes on? From all the stuff, whether we're talking about the government or whether we're talking about different groups in the world, whether it's terrorism or whatever, do you know how minute those things are in comparison to the positivity and the love and the support that goes on in this world that we live in? So many people want to focus on, and the news pushes that at us. It's in our Facebook feeds. And that's another thing. The things that are in your Facebook feed are your fault. If the things that come up in your Facebook feed are negative government stuff, negative politician stuff, rants from this political group or that political group, whether it's kids fighting and beating each other up in the street, it's your fault, because those are the things that you're liking and sharing. And so Facebook only feeds you what you ingest. They only feed you what you ingest. So the things that are in your Facebook feed is your fault. None of us have the same things in our Facebook feed. Not one of us have the same thing. My wife's Facebook feed is different from mine, so on and so forth. Because Facebook feeds us what we ingest and digest by liking and commenting on it. So the things that are in your Facebook feed are your fault. And it says more about you than it says about the world. Your Facebook feed will tell you about yourself. Literally. It shows, it's a mirror of who you are. Get that one. Let that one resonate with you for a minute. Steve-O, I should teach coach on how to express yourself. I find inhibition is a major block to a business like VO for a lot of people. I'm an extreme extrovert. Steve-O, if you're going to do it, do it. Don't talk about it. So many people talk about stuff, they never do it. Do you know how many people told me this year they were going to start a YouTube channel back in January and I still haven't seen crap? Or they started and stopped or whatever. And I mean, it's fine. It's like, if it's not your passion, if you can't go that route, you just can't go that route. And there's nothing wrong with that. You've got to find the route you can go. You've got to do you. All right. Search steps to voiceover success. Oh, thanks a lot. Appreciate that, Ben. Given that little hint there. Mage Pro. Is there any help for those of us that are chronic procrastinators? Is a question I keep getting asked. My answer are just two things: Nike and grind and don't quit. All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm probably one of the biggest procrastinators in the world. I'm not even kidding. I will wait until the last possible minute to do a lot of things. I happen to work extremely well under pressure. There are things that I can't procrastinate on, but a lot of things I do. I am a habitual procrastinator. It's never gotten me in trouble because of the level of work that I do and the high level of work that I do, and because I only do what I know. I don't practice stuff. I do what I know to do. Whether it's a course that I'm having or whatever, a script that I'm writing, whatever, it's that high level. And when I know I have due dates and I know when they have to be done, most of the time I deliver before the due date, but that's because I've tricked my mind into trying to do it earlier. But I am a procrastinator. But it is true, Mage. You've just got to do it. Like Nike says, just do it. And the grind and don't quit mentality is why I'm always grinding. When I say I procrastinate, it's not from a point of I don't have anything else to do. It comes from a point of I've got so much to do. Let me keep putting that off. I can do that later. Because I like doing what I want to do. I've got stuff to do, but there's things I just like doing. Like I like creating content. I like right before this broadcast, I'm starting to create the promo video that I need to create that I've never created for the Grind and Don't Quit voiceover tour. So I need to create that video, and that'll be posted this afternoon. hopefully. And I've got other stuff to do too. So I hope that answers a question a little bit. But someone asked a question a couple months ago, how do you, force yourself to do things? And I was like, it's not because I want to do these things all the time, but I do it until I want to. Do it until you want to. Start it, because as soon as you start it, you can go. There was this little trick that I learned from watching a YouTube video. I got to find that one again. And it was talking about procrastinators and people that like are habitually late, and they're hitting the snooze alarm 3, 4, 5 times and all that kind of stuff. I never set an alarm unless I have to wake up at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I never wake up to an alarm ever, because I just get up. My eyes open and I go. The trick was, if you're one of those people that procrastinate with like getting up or a task, doing something, you give yourself a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you start. Believe it or not, it works. Sit down or whatever, you're procrastinating, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you start. Try it. Let me know how that works. Let's see. Procrastination cure from Steve-O. Look at the bills. Rent, power, water. That's a good one. Major saying, excuse me, did a video game audition yesterday. This morning, I got an email saying, wow, a totally different take. We will be in touch. What does that mean? Great work. Great work. Let's see. Lazarus, chances are that Earl is making more than most college-educated people. Let's see. Nick, Steve-O, you guys are talking to each other. Love this. All right. All right, Nick, making a second journey episode after this. Love this video making thing. No more procrastination. Awesome. Nick, can't wait to see it. All right, guys. Whoa, I've gone past time by 6 minutes. Been talking to you guys, loving every minute of it. Look, make sure, do check out the website for me, grindanddon'tquit.com. Check it out. If you're in those areas, go ahead and, the early bird special is there. For the cities that I'm coming to in the next couple of months, I'm going to be putting out the information for the rest of the cities. Hopefully I'll have it through the weekend or something like that, but I'll be working on it every day. I'm trying to decide. I know, obviously, Milwaukee's my first one. LA's my second one for the Grind and Don't Quit tour. And Atlanta's my third one. Now I have to decide who's going to be after Atlanta. The other cities are Houston, Chicago, and New York. I've got to figure out the order of those remaining 3 cities. Oh, you're more than welcome, Nick. Appreciate you guys so much. Well, look, I hope you guys have an awesome and amazing day. Please give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you feel it deserves. And please share it if you feel it's valuable enough for you to share on your own social media platforms. Check out the website, grindanddon'tquit.com. Share that as well, if you would, please. And more so, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. Go there. Grab the link for, the URL, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. Share that out for me today. I would appreciate that. And as always, I still do appreciate you always, no matter what. Love you guys. And, hey, see you guys tomorrow. It's Friday. It's Friday Eve right now. See you tomorrow. You be blessed.